Welcome to PCMag Live. I'm Alex Cologne, this is Sascha Segan, and today we're going to talk about the top 3 news stories of the day. We're going to answer one of your questions, and we're going to show you one cool thing from the PCMag labs. But before that, today's show is brought to you from our friends at Tech Bargains. Visit the URL on screen for 10% off your next purchase at Newegg when you use their MasterCard MasterPass checkout. All right, so let's get started. First story of the day, it is a new iPhone 6 rumor. And you can watch the video, it's pretty cool, but there is a supposed Sapphire display that we are seeing in this video.
Yeah, the rumor is that the iPhone 6 will have a 4.7-inch, almost completely unbreakable sapphire glass screen. Now, we don't know how much to believe this. The guy on the video insists that this is the iPhone 6 screen, but does he work for Apple? No, I don't think so. So really, he's just kind of talking out of somewhere he shouldn't be talking out of, and it's just another rumor. That said, cracks on the iPhone screen are one of the biggest complaints that iPhone users have had for years. We'll get to that. That's actually our reader question for the day, or viewer question, sorry. And a sapphire glass screen that is as unbreakable as this guy is advertising looks like it would be a really good thing.
Yeah, I mean, he takes keys to it, a really scary looking knife, he tries to bend it in half and nothing happens.
Yeah, so we will see what kind of screen technology they're using, obviously, when the iPhone comes out. We're still anticipating September for the new iPhone announcement, and of course, we'll be there.
All right, our next story. ISIS has had to rebrand itself. Do you want to explain why, Sascha?
Yeah, I love this. Okay, so there's a company called ISIS that we've been following for years. It is an NFC-based mobile payment platform backed by 3 of the major wireless carriers, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon. It's basically failed. It's been struggling to get any adoption since 2010. It's going against Google Wallet. It really hasn't gotten a lot of vendors to pick it up. Apple never adopted it. So it's just been struggling out there. So they've been going since 2010. In April 2013, another ISIS popped up, and this, of course, is a military operation that has conquered parts of Iraq and Syria. Now, there's also an ISIS that's an ancient Egyptian goddess, there's a Canadian satellite, there's an operating system from the 1970s, there's been 3 different rock bands named ISIS, according to Wikipedia, but the tech ISIS is especially worried about being confused for the fundamentalist military ISIS, so they've announced that they're going to change their name, but they haven't figured out to what. Showing the decisiveness that seems to have characterized the other ISIS just announced that they have already changed their name. They are removing the last IS, so I guess they're just going to be IS.
Or ICE.
Yeah, or IS, or something in Arabic. And I don't know if this takes the pressure off of the mobile payments ISIS, or frankly, whether anyone cares what that product is named.
All right, let's move to our third story, and this is just such a dumb story.
Yeah.
This is the Kickstarter potato salad story, if you haven't heard about it yet.
What does this mean for our society? That is what I want to know, okay? This guy put a bowl of potato salad on Kickstarter, and he said he wanted $10 to make a bowl of potato salad. And he has currently raised $37,115 from more than 3,000 people with
5 days.
Yes, with 25 days to go, and he's just figuring out what to do with $37,000 pledged to a bowl of potato salad. Now, to me, the obvious answer is that this has to become some sort of charity drive, where he has to eventually take this massive amount of money, make a couple of bowls of potato salad, and donate the rest to food banks or soup kitchens or some sort of potato salad for the homeless project or something like that. He just keeps on inventing stretch goals to reward the backers, but this has to be turned into social good somehow, I just really feel like.
Or he could buy like a really big truffle and make a kick-ass, potato salad.
Yeah, but once again, what does that mean for our society? What does it mean for our society if the $37,000 is used to make some sort of like super 1% truffled potato salad versus the $37,000 being used to feed the hungry who would not have potato salads of their own?
And just to be clear, I actually agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's move into our question. This is Sean asked via email. My iPhone screen cracked and was replaced. Now my cheek activates the mute button when I'm in the middle of calls. What's wrong?
Well, what's wrong is that you don't have an iPhone 6 with the new unbreakable sapphire glass screen. Wait until September. No, okay, so what's wrong is that when your screen cracked, it damaged the proximity sensor on your phone, which turns off the touch screen when the phone is close to your cheek. Whoever replaced your screen didn't notice that and didn't fix the proximity sensor. So you still have a busted proximity sensor, and I will bet that when you bring the phone up to your face, the screen is staying on, and as a result, you're activating the mute button with your cheek. You're going to have to take it back to the repair shop, tell them what's wrong. They're going to have to take the screen off again and probably fix the proximity sensor. Either that, or in September, you can get an iPhone 6, possibly with a Sapphire glass screen.
Okay, and now we're going to show you one cool thing from the PCMag Labs. And in continuing with the Apple theme,
It's all apples and potatoes today.
this is the new iPod Touch.
Yeah, now the iPod Touch, this is $199. It is an editor's choice, and you say, editor's choice for what? Isn't the iPod Touch obsolete? Absolutely not. Because what the iPod Touch is it's a way to get the millions and millions and millions of iOS apps, all of those mobile apps and games, without a monthly service plan. That matters a lot for a lot of people, especially for kids. This lets you participate in the world of mobile computing without having to sign up for something that takes money out of your pocket every month. Isn't that a great idea? And that is why the iPod Touch continues as a viable product. And we think it's a very viable product.
Yeah. It got 4.5 stars in our Editor's Choice Award. The review's up now, so you could go check it out. And thank you for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.